In this video, you learn how to use Help and Manual's built-in screen capture program to capture images of your screen, also known as screenshots, and use them in your project. Unlike other help authoring tools, you don't need to use additional software to take screenshots in Help and Manual. This was mentioned in the beginning as one of the big advantages of Help and Manual when compared to other help authoring tools. Help and Manual's image capturing program is called TNT and is built right into the program. It is located on the ribbon here. Make sure the project tab is open to locate TNT. For our technical writing work, there are only 4 types of images that you'll ever need. 1. Images of the entire screen or window. These include smaller windows, dialog boxes, message boxes, and web pages. 2. Images of buttons, tools, and icons. 3. Images of a fixed portion of the screen. And 4. Scrolling web pages and windows. Of the 4, the last one, that is, scrolling web pages and windows, is the one that will be used the least. TNT also does not help in capturing scrolling web pages and windows. The other 3 will form the bulk of your images. In this video and the next, we'll look at the 2 methods to capture these 3 types of images. To perform a screen capture, first position the cursor on the line in your help topic where you would like the image to be inserted. Next, click Screen Capture and the Screen Capture dialog opens. By default, the window, control or menu radio button is selected. This indicates that you can capture several types of windows, buttons and menus. In a moment we'll see what this means. Leaving all other default settings as they are, click Start Capture to begin taking screenshots. Notice how Help and Manual has been minimized and TNT offers screen capture of the last application you were working on before you invoked screen capture, which means if your internet browser was the last application you were on before you clicked screen capture, TNT will try and capture images from your internet browser. Let me demonstrate that too. Now let us say the last application that I visited was a style guide open in my PDF reader. Now I also have my browser open where I have opened the Outlook web page, and that is where I wish to capture images. Now going back to Help and Manual and clicking Screen Capture and then clicking Start Capture takes me to the PDF reader, as that was the last application I was working on before I used screen capture. All I have to do now is click on the Google Chrome button below to take me to the MS Outlook page where TNT will help me capture the images. Notice as I move my mouse around objects or elements on the browser or the page, TNT outlines in a red border windows that I can capture. At the top left corner of the border, it also reads Control plus click, which is all we need to do to take a screenshot of that window encircled by the red border. I would also like to mention that since I began preparing the courseware, Microsoft has changed their sign-in process into Outlook. However, for our learning, this hardly matters. For our first image, we would like to capture the sign-in page. So first, we make sure the red border covers the sign-in page as I'm doing. Now to take the screenshot, press Ctrl on your keyboard and click your mouse. Now I must remind you that in case you wish to abort the screen capture, all you need to do is press Escape. Since we pressed Ctrl and click, the Save Image dialog appears. The image is captured, but before it can be inserted into the topic, it needs to be saved. Before you save the image file, note the folder where the image is being saved. If you need to change the destination folder where the image is to be saved, you could do so by using the navigation buttons. In the file name box, give a meaningful name. By default, Help and Manual will suggest a name. Do not use this name. In our case, let us name it Outlook _sign_in_page. Now here's a valuable tip. Note that I have used lowercase letters and underscores for the file name. Always try and follow this rule. Most of the time, online help, like the one we are developing, are published on the internet where most of the hosting services use the Linux operating system. In the Linux operating system, uppercase letters and most special characters such as and, at, etc. and even spaces aren't allowed. It pays to remember this while naming your images. Next, select an appropriate format for your image from the Save As Type drop-down list box. By default, it is JPEG. Now the reason why we are selecting this format is because it saves the image file with the smallest file size while still maintaining good resolution. Saving images with a small file size helps the image to load faster and eventually be displayed faster on your internet browser. Images of the bitmap format with the extension .bmp and TIFF with the extension .tif take up much larger space and a longer time to load. Another reason why JPEG is used is because of its wide portability. Now click Save. The file is saved to the folder indicated and the image is inserted into the help project. Obviously, the inserted picture is pretty large and definitely too big for viewing, as is the case while capturing full screens and windows. We need to resize this image to 75% of its original size. This can be done in two ways. 1. Reducing the size of the image while capturing it with TNT. 2. Using the built-in impict image editor. There is also another option where we capture only the required portion of the web page, as most of it, as in this case, is white space. We'll discuss this in our next video. Let's also check out the other images that can be captured using this setting of TNT, that is, with a window, control or menu radio button selected. This time, let me open another application on my computer, KeyPass. Notice as I move my mouse around the application, how I can even capture menus and even controls from the application. I can even capture buttons, basically anything that TNT can outline with its red border. All I need to do is press Control and click, and the window, control, button or menu can be captured. Practice taking these screenshots till you are comfortable with them. In the next video, we'll learn how to capture any area of the screen.